with Show a Late Night, nothing but illustrious guests. Mero, who's in the building?
Oh man, thespian, biggest star in the world, biggest wrestler in the world, Miami Hurricane legend, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is in the building.
Here you go, reading the resume. The Rock, Dwayne, thank you for joining us. How's it going, my man?
Everything is good. It's good to see you boys.
Good to see you. You're coming to us from the MoMA?
The Louvre.
This is my bedroom.
This is your
That's how I
bedroom.
roll. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate the flex.
So yo, you got a long, illustrious career. Right now, Red Notice is what we're talking about. Tell us a little bit about the movie, working with Ryan Reynolds, Gadot.
Yeah, the movie's great. You know, I was pitched the movie from our writer-director, Rawson Thurber, and he took me through the pitch. And then he gets to a point where, without ruining it for the audience right now, is there's a twist. And when I heard that twist, and this is the truth. This is what happened. We were at a dinner. I hear the twist. I stand up. I had a baseball hat on. I took it off. I threw that thing so hard across the room. It hit the wall. I sat down, took a drink, and I said, I'm 100% in. Let's make this movie. And that was it, man. And then it all came together really nicely. Ryan Reynolds came on. Gadot came on. We got our location set, and Netflix saw the real opportunity here with this movie, and it wound up being the biggest investment that Netflix has ever made. So we got to see how this thing does. That's a lot of pressure on us, but I think we're going to deliver.
How different was the experience shooting this film compared to other films you've done in the past?
Well, the last two films I've done in the past were Black Adam and Jungle Cruise.
Right.
All very different, all different chemistries on those movies. The thing that makes this one different is the twist.
Right.
And it's the twist that no one sees coming. And again, I don't want to ruin it for people, but you don't see it coming. And not only does it hit people where they go, oh, shit. Yeah. And then they love what happened. So I think that's a difference.
So, little deep cut story. Dwayne Johnson, Miami, Canes, you know what I'm saying? Legendary team, you know what I mean?
Legendary.
You go in there as a defensive tackle, correct?
Yes.
And then you get moved from defensive tackle for somebody else. Who was that somebody else?
All right, let me set it up a little bit. So I come in and I'm moving the crowd as a freshman.
Right.
I get hurt my freshman year. I go down. I have to have a complete reconstruction on my shoulder.
Oh, wow.
So I missed the first season. Now I'm coming back next season, but I'm ready to go. Like, it is my starting job to lose. At least that was how it was in my head. Because of injuries on a defensive line, we had a tight end at that time who the coaches were like, you know, I think we should try him on defensive line. So he comes in and he lights the world on fire. And he kicks my ass out of that position, and his name was Warren Sapp.
Warren Sapp! You know what I'm saying? There's a twist. You know what I'm saying?
That's a twist.
Wow.
There's a twist.
Yo, we were just talking before we started recording, because we're on 34th Street, and Mero was like, we're adjacent to MSG, and you were saying MSG has a huge part in your life, in your career, because you started there, correct?
I did. It was November of 1996, and Vince McMahon brings me up to the WWE, and he says, look, I'm going to do something with you, which I never really do, but you're getting thrown right into the fire. You're either going to sink or swim. This is it. Your first night in will be a big pay-per-view, Survivor Series, and it's going to be in Madison Square Garden. 5 minutes before I was going out, I get pulled aside, and it was from Vince McMahon, and he said, you're going to win this match tonight. And I was like, wait, what? And he goes, you're going to win this match tonight. Now, what he was doing was he saw a future in me, but he was also testing me right here in this moment.
Right.
You're in the middle of New York City with the toughest crowd in the world. And he wanted to see how they were going to respond to me. And man, I was so nervous. And I went out and I performed, I wrestled. And there was a moment in the match where out of nowhere, the crowd started chanting, Rocky, Rocky.
All right. Look at this. He's a newcomer. They're already chanting his name, the entire building.
And in that moment, it felt good to me to get this crowd. But now looking back and knowing the business, for Vince, it was like, if New York City just made this kid, I got a shot with him.
Gotcha.
And that's what happened that night. And I will never forget the Garden. I'll never forget New York City. I always say it's my home away from home, and that I'm, just a son of New York City, man. So I always bow down to the city every time I come because they made my career that night.
Which is more nerve-wracking, that night or having a movie about to be released?
Oh, that night.
Okay, just checking.
He's like,
Oh,
Just checking.
that night. No,
He's like, oh, we're not doing a movie. The check cleared already, baby.
that night. Because the movie is the turkey is cooked. Like
Right.
you know it's good. Now it's just up to us to get it out there to the world. So there's so much unpredictability in the world of pro wrestling because you don't know the crowd is going to react that way. You don't know that, and then not only that, but then you have to deal with the politics of pro wrestling. There's so much that you have to deal with.
You're obviously a very confident dude. Like, you carry yourself with confidence. You are, I mean, we don't got to tell you, you are the biggest star in terms of, like, any type of action, like, big, blockbuster things. Do you carry that in you? Like, you know that? Like, are you aware of that? Or are you just like, yo, I'm just doing my thing?
Going into a project, I'm aware of what it can do and what it can mean. I have a decent amount of confidence now, but that only comes in time and it comes with experience. Where before when I was in my 20s as Rocky Maivia in Madison Square Garden, there was bravado and confidence, but it was really a facade because, that's just the shit you got to do. You put it out there, right? Where I'm at today has come with time and experience and some failures and some dips, but also in the forefront of my mind, though, I'm always thinking, and I know this sounds crazy, but in the forefront of my mind, I'm not that far away from being evicted. In the forefront of my mind, I still got $7 in my pocket.
Right.
But I am aware of the position.
Does that never go away, that lingering fear in the back about maybe getting evicted or being broke? Because we have the same thing. Like sometimes I'll be in Target, I'll be like, oh, bread is $7.
Damn.
Let
me get the
$5.
Yeah, let me get the not organic.
So to hear someone at your level still has that, is that just something that's just always just kind of dangling back there? Like, yo, or is that just like something you've come to terms with?
I haven't come to terms with it, no. And I'm sure one day I'll need therapy, man. I don't. I mean, I used to really absorb it and obsess over it. Like, I'm not going to fail again. I'm never going to get evicted again. And you realize when you absorb it that much, it becomes a little bit more damaging to you.
Right.
Compared to, I'm cool. Things are good. My babies are going to be good. They're going to eat. Bills are going to get paid. But don't ever forget that shit that happened to me years ago. But the truth is, I think about, well, the alternative is I could always go back to when no one knew who I was and no one gave a shit. So me thinking that way, consistently thinking that way, it really allows me to sign every autograph, take every picture, smile at everybody, be kind. Because if not, you can, and again, you're in the noise. We're all in the entertainment business. You guys know that shit can easily skew your thought of, and your and how you view yourself.
Yeah, man. So who is it that keeps Dwayne grounded? You know what I mean? Like, from flying off and being like, I'm the Rock, bitch.
Yeah, I don't know if that will fly at the house.
You know what I'm saying?
It's my wife and it's my babies. It's my two daughters. But in addition to the kids, the kids are the constant reminder. They're the great ego equalizer, the kids. Because when you think you're cool, you think you're doing cool shit, your kids will be like, that's not cool.
That's not cool, dog.
Right? That's not cool.
I bring my kids stuff all the time. I'm like, yo, look, and they're like,
right.
This was cool last year, Dad. Like, we're off this.
Right?
Like,
oh, wow.
It's the same thing with kids, man. But I also got to tell you, I got a great wife, man, who checks me too, and which is really, really important. I mean, I can't tell you how many times, like, I'll say some shit that I think it's like knowledge and gospel, like, right. And especially if we're like disagreeing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'll come in over the top, like, and it's like this.
Yeah, we know how that ends. Yeah.
You think you're doing that. But it's like, no.
You walk in there with your traps flexed, like, yo, this is what's happening. And
it's
you're like, 2 minutes later, you're like, you know what? You're right. You raised some good points.
I was wilding. You're right.
Oh. Exactly.
How do you pick the next project you're going to work on? Because you're at a point now, as you were saying on the last thing, you read it, you got to this, the plot twist, and you were like, yo, this is it. Does every project you do have that moment where you're like, yo, this is what I want to do?
I love that question, man. I love that question. Here's the criteria. Am I going to love it? Mm-hmm. Is this the thing that's going to get me out of bed, that I'm going to enjoy, like getting out of bed, let's go to work. I'm going to love it. And am I going to love the people involved in it? Because that's another thing too. Like, because, I've gotten to a point in my career where it's always about the money, but it's not about the money. It's about working with good people at this point. Most importantly, are people going to love this thing?
Yeah.
Are people going to love it? Our family's going to love it? Are you guys going to love it? And if I could check that box, like, boom, with a strong yes,
Yes.
let's go to work.
Let's go.
Always a pleasure to have a superstar,
Yo.
nothing but illustrious guest. We're here in the Bodega. What would you like your neon sign to say?
King Brahma.
Go.
King Brahma.
King Brahma.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson, the Brahma Bull.
You know
You
what I'm saying?
jabronis.
Check out Red Notice. Yo, The Rock, thank you for joining us.
My
Yeah,
God.
appreciate you guys.
Thank you, man. Enjoy your day, brother.
Next time in person, we got to get in shape. You got to get us in shape, brother.
Let's do it. Come on.
Yo, welcome to the DESUS MERO YouTube channel.
That's right, you know what I'm saying? Like, subscribe, you know what I mean?
That's right, we got a lot of digital content in here to keep you up in between our shows. So be sure to like, subscribe, and, click watch another video. We out.
Hit all the buttons. Watch mad videos.